Last session, the party learned that Spike had been murdered by one Mina Volkov, an assassin who was being sought after by the Silent Collective, a group that controls the Boundless Shoal, the sector where all of the space weed comes from. Having learned that Mina had wronged Spike, the party chased after this individual, fought their way through battle lines and captured them and dragged them back to the Boundless Shoal, only to find Legion's space fleet waiting for them. 12 capital ships have been lying in wait for the Golden Goons. As they are spotted, squadrons of fighters are launched. Warning, the following contains depictions of adult themes, drug use, and wanton violence, sometimes flat-out war crimes. Listener discretion is advised. This is Starforged, Stones of Fortune. Starring Carlos as Solrock, the Seer, Ramses as Merrick, the Unseen, Jose as Jimmy Rings, and Luke as Spike. And I am your guide, your host, your editor, and all those other things, Redstone, also known as Adam in these recordings. That's where we're at. You guys have just slipped out of hyperspace into normal space inside the Boundless Shoal. You see 12, Black Box tells you there are 12 capital ships in this sector. You are very near one of them, and they are all starting to launch fighters.
All right.
Oh, dude, we're still in that fight? I totally forgot about that.
I mean, you just got into the sector, too. And then as you jump in, actually, we're, Spike, suddenly you are not at the helm of the ship. You are staring down at your corpse.
What?
You are somehow you're back in the memory where you saw yourself get killed. You are currently like, it's like you're looking down at your assassinated body, and there are 3 other presences around.
No, that's why I threw that sorry out. If not, I'd let you just die in it. Oh, my bad, guys.
Am I looking at my body?
No, I'm looking at my body.
Nope. This is just Spike. And we flash back to the ship where Black Box comes over to the speakers like, "Hey guys, there are 12 capital ships out there, and they are launching fighters, and Spike is not responding at the helm right now." what are you doing now, Sorlock? And what were you in the middle of, and what are you doing now?
Before that, I want to get a refresher. Last time I remember, we were in that space fight, right? And me, Carlos, and Jose were in our personal ships, and we were about to infiltrate this big ship. Me and Carlos kind of got fucked over because we were like right outside of um, a bay, and where they came out and they ran into us. Carlos got me out of there. I kind of don't remember it after that.
Oh, okay. So what happened was, so you guys were going after, I already forgot her name, but the assassin who killed Spike. You were infiltrating their ship. You did that. You captured her, brought her back onto your ship, and decided that the best thing you could do was to get the bounty on her back at the Boundless Shoal. That's the sector where all the space weed comes from. The group called the Silent Collective had put a bounty up on her.
Oh, that's right. And now we got to go save that planet, right?
So now, yeah, you guys were coming back. You knew that you had heard a message from the future that said that the drugs coming from that sector had stopped around this time now. And it was a breaking news story, but it was like 45 days from now. And yeah, so you went and I've got someone ringing my doorbell. I'm gonna ignore it. You guys, yeah, you captured her, you brought her back, you were on the routine trek back. I think you had like a little bit of one little issue, but then you guys got back to the Boundless Shoal, and you've just come out of hyperspace, and you see all these capital ships. They are launching fighters, which is what BB tells you over the radio. Andy tells you that Spike has stopped responding. He's at the helm. He's brought you into normal space, but now he's just sitting there. And I'm curious what each of you were doing, because you were just trekking back. You knew that you should be jumping back into normal space soonish, but yeah.
Alright, so I'm thinking business as usual, chilling, probably smoking, and then we hear all this. I want to say
okay,
near enough to like the bridge, or get everyone else's attention and go investigate.
Yeah, I'm assuming now that you guys have had the inside of the ship, the internal refit happen, you actually have, like, if you guys ever watched Star Trek, there's like the ready room that's like the captain's lounge. It's kind of small. I'm assuming you guys have one of those, and it's like the smoking lounge, and it's bigger than that because the whole ship's bigger on the inside than it is on the outside. So yeah, you guys can be chilling right there.
Yeah, or something.
Yeah. You also notice Nos flickers for a second, like right when that's the announcement comes over the speakers, and Nos, like, just for a second, it's like he flickers out and then back right in to existence, and you feel at the same instant like a weird tingling in your body. And actually everybody does, but you're the empathic one, so you feel it the strongest.
For sure. I guess first things first, go check on Luke. Like, let's go.
Alrighty. You guys rush to the bridge, and you find him. His eyes are open, but he doesn't seem to be responding to any kind of, you're like, hey, Spike. You, like, tap him. You wave your hand in front of his face, and he doesn't respond. And we're going to jump back to Spike. So, Spike, you knew that just a second ago you were on the ship, but now you are looking down. You know you're in the memory of when you got killed, but you realize like you are not Spike that's looking down at the body, because that's, I mean, you see your corpse there, and you know there are 3 other presences. There's 3 other life forms nearby. You realize you have, like, the memory's kind of like pausing for a second here, and you have the ability to focus on something. You can either let, because it's almost like it's paused, you could either hit play or you could focus on something. You could focus on your own body to check it out. You could check out these other 3 beings that are near you. You could check out something else on the ship. What would you like to do? What would you like to focus on?
Let me take a closer look at my body. Are there wounds? Do I look good? All that kind of stuff. Like, what's my drip?
So you were sitting at the helm of the ship, and so this is the part that was like, you know that this was the memory, because otherwise it would be very disconcerting to be looking at your corpse that's sitting at the helm where you were sitting just moments ago. It is you. You took a shot to the front, kind of to the side, but right at the front of your head, where it's basically a scorch mark. But it looks like somebody. It's a direct line for, this is the old ship. This is the much smaller ship, Nimbus, on the inside. And the line of fire is exactly from where someone would be in one of the doorway of where now the smoking lounge is way bigger. That used to just be a corridor that came right from the back, and it was like someone just leaned in and shot you in the head.
Shit.
And
go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, I want to take a close look at the corridor and the other people around me.
Which one do you want to do first?
Well, the shot came from the corridor. Do I see anyone in that direction?
You do not.
Okay.
And now then you get really disconcerted because you are suddenly surrounded by the rest of the goons who are like trying to get your attention and shake you conscious.
Okay. Well, let me see. Who else is in the room? Is there like my old crew?
No, you're back in the present
Okay.
now. You see Jimmy Rings, Merrick, and Solrock. They're trying to get your attention. On the screen ahead of you is the ships that are deploying fighters. The fighters have not advanced. What do you do?
So we see the ships deploying fighters. We see the fighters, but they're holding position. Are we recharging our drive?
That's automatically happening. You do have battery life currently, though. You could jump back into hyperspace.
Okay. Let me gather information. Let me see if there's anything else going on here. Like, did we jump into an ambush? Were they already here defending something else? What's...
Alrighty, go ahead and roll gather information.
Cool. The 2.
So what do you guys... Oh, go ahead.
Sorry, it's a 2 versus a 10 and a 9.
Alright. So they're trying to talk to you because you just blanked out, and you come to and immediately start a scan, and while it's running that scan, they're trying to get your attention. So what happens here? Are you going to talk to the guys? is anybody wanting to do anything about the fact that there's a ton of ships in front of you?
I am automatically
or are
running
you
to
trying
guns. I'm in the ship,
Okay.
right?
Yes, you are definitely in the ship.
I realize that I'm not getting any reaction from Spike, so. Oh wait, I'm the fucking doctor. I can't really just abandon him.
Yeah, that's the question. Are you
All right, I gotta delegate. I got Jimmy Rings, man the guns. Sorok. Damn, I don't know. I don't think there's anything you can really do with your presence ability.
Yeah, I mean, Luke's not waking up, so I'm thinking I'll try the presence and see if I can sense some because I did feel Nas.
Well, I just woke up and scanned.
Wait,
Oh,
you're awake or okay? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
so all right. All right. So Luke,
This,
Spike is awoken. I guess I
Yeah.
checked with him for basic first aid since it's a crisis. I'm not really gonna do that much. I'm like, hey, are you okay? How you feeling? Check his eyes real quick. Make sure he's not concussed.
cool. You go ahead and roll a gather information check.
For Luke,
For Luke, I'm going to give you a
Go for it.
+1 to that because you are a doctor.
would this also be like assisting a teammate?
Yes.
Okay, so let's see how this rolls. All right, +1. What else? What else is it using? What other stat?
Oh, so when you give medical care, you add +1 to the roll if you're treating someone other than yourself. If you get a hit, you can take +1 spirit or momentum, which your momentum is at +10, by the
Oh,
way.
I'm still at max.
But your spirit is at +2.
Oh,
so doing this could really help you out.
Okay.
Too.
Come on. All right, I'm rolling. All right, it's a 5 versus a 7 and a 4. That's a good roll.
5. That's plus your. Oh shoot! I didn't write that down.
What else? What other? Which one of my
Your
5
wits
is it
are
using?
+2,
Okay, what-
so that's a 7 plus the 1. So that's a strong
Hell
hit.
yeah, baby. Get better, Luke.
So your spirit goes up. I'm assuming you want the spirit because you're at max
Yes.
momentum, so you're at +3.
God bless.
Nothing directly seems to be wrong with Spike, but the symbiote, like you pull out like a hand scan. I'm assuming you've got like a tricorder, like fucking Star Trek,
Yeah.
and you're like scanning him over, and the symbiote just had a burst of activity that has settled down. You are reading, because you've been like with these guys and, you guys have, like the bunny guy. What was his name?
Freddie Gibb.
Freddie Gibbs. Freddie Gibbs is like kind of like upgraded some shit here and there. You actually see that there was like, something, you sense that there was like a shock wave of something from the presence, like some sort of somehow your scanner isn't directly made for this, but because of the upgrades, you just see that like there was some sort of spike in that activity, and it activated his symbiote.
Okay, so something Freddie Gibbs, or something that Freddie Gibbs might have done is making Spike's symbiote.
No. He has augmented your little scanning device.
Oh, nice.
And that strong hit told you that like literally it was the symbiote activated, and you think you're detecting something where you interpret it as something happened with a presence. Like there was like a something of from the presence activated that symbiote, and that seems to be what was messing with him. And the fact that it's calmed down now means he'll be fine, unless that whatever that was through the presence happens again.
Okay.
But it's one of those things where you're like, well, I don't know how the symbiote works or what it is. So, but and the presence is still kind of a mystery. But you know it's not something like you can't help him with it. You know it's not like a medical issue now. You just hope it doesn't happen again.
All right. So
And it's at this point now that so Jimmy Rings, what were you doing?
I told you to go to guns, but I don't know whatever you choose to do.
You were going to guns.
Yeah, I'm on. So I'm.
So we're jumping to you. So you run to the guns. You are at the guns. Those ships are not moving. They're not moving around. They're deploying and kind of making a wall, and they're staying. Some of the fighters are moving up slowly, but they're the closest to you are not moving at all. They are within firing range, but just on the edge of it. Do you want to take shots, or I mean, they're just
struggling
in formation.
I don't know. I think I'm just gonna chill. I don't think I'm gonna shoot at him just yet.
Okay, cool. And Soul Rock, what were you doing?
If I keep running and gunning, we're just gonna end up with a whole nother Legion situation. I swear.
Alright, so I'm thinking either empath or haunted. Try to see if I can figure out what's happened with Luke.
Okay.
Think empath?
Yeah, just
Yeah, if you want to like reach and try to like connect to the symbiote, you could.
Wait, I gotta roll for this, right?
Yeah, you would roll plus heart.
What's my heart?
Your heart is +3, I believe. Let me double check.
Yeah.
Yeah, +3.
Alright, so I got a 2 versus a 4 and a 0, plus that 3. You guys a 4 and a 10.
Yeah. So yeah, it's a weak hit. Let's see, with the weak hit, where's that? Oh, there it is. In a strong hit, blah blah blah. On a weak hit, the visions are murky. You're getting +1 momentum to bring you up to +3. And you actually, when you reach in, you actually also, for a moment, are inside that memory. You are now, when you reach out, you are suddenly on the bridge of the Nimbus, basically where you are now, but you are looking directly down at Spike's body, who has a burn, a like laser burn, right to the, basically to the temple, and it's killed him. You know that this is the Nimbus, looks older, like closer to when you first got on this ship. It doesn't have any of the bells and whistles that you guys have now since meeting Mr. E, and yeah.
Wait, so I see that. I see what's killed him?
You see the burn mark to his temple that looks like you've seen. You guys have been in a lot of different fights, and you've seen, actually you've seen Jimmy Rings kill a lot of people in a lot of different ways. This looks like kind of basically like a pistol that's a high accuracy like blaster that basically, and it looks, you just can check by looking at that. You can see that it looks like someone just leaned out of the hallway and could take a nice clean shot and get him from behind.
Okay.
And he never saw it coming.
But like, am I able to tell that this is like the past, or like an old ship or old version or something?
Yeah. You definitely, the Nimbus very much looks different. It looks like when you first boarded the ship, like when you first met Spike. It was a regular ship. You guys have had a lot of changes happen to it, and this is like way back at the beginning. It's very obvious that this is the original version of the ship.
Okay.
And it pops you back, and that's what you sense with that impact.
All right.
And then a burst. It's a visible effect happens from all of the ships, all of the capital ships, and a wave from all of these ships starts blast through. It's very, very. It's actually a message that gets blasted, and you guys get hit. Everything in the sector instantly gets hit by this, and the ship goes dead.
Shit. Is Spike up yet?
Yeah, Spike is up.
So ship is dead.
Mm-hmm.
Can I try to like reboot the systems, like repair what's going on?
You can do a gather information check.
Sounds good. Now let's see what's happening.
Oh, he's like up and trying to do stuff. I'm like, bro, you know you're just dead, right?
Yeah, no time. A 5 versus a 1 and a 5.
Noise.
Yeah. You are doing some quick checks. You remember now that the Forge Spawn, when they first appeared, they were using a broadcast weapon to send a message that was frying all of the electronics in a sector. And then they were just usually moving on after gathering up all the people that died. And that just successfully went off in your faces. You know that you're... everything you guys had seen before, that stuff, it was bad. A lot of it just got scrapped. You're able to do with that gather information that the Nimbus might be dead now. It's not something you could repair in the field. This needs to be taken back to a station, docked, and like really looked on. But the other thing with that strong hit is that you remember that the ascendancy vehicles that you have parked in this ship, they probably weren't affected by that.
Okay. So main ship's completely dead, but the fighters still work. And we need to get it back to docks for repair.
Yep.
Did we lose access to BB?
He is the speakers that are powered by the ship, and the speakers are dead. You don't.
Can Jose talk to him?
Actually,
in his suit?
Actually, I'm going to say BB probably transferred to the suit, and
Naturally.
Always.
But it's taking. I think he got. Actually, let's see something. I'm gonna roll something.
I'm gonna roll something.
Actually, roll me D100.
Man, I don't got that ready.
You've got the 2D10s, right?
Yeah.
Just pick one of them as the 10 style.
I got a 2.
What am I doing? Oh, you asked him for
a
it?
2, and then roll. And then roll another die.
You just hit you up randomly?
10. 7 is the other one. 27.
Okay,
Yeah.
27.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna say actually BB made it
You saying it or I'll
across.
give it
He did not get hurt.
All right. I'm gonna rolling. I got that too.
Okay. So what do you guys? Uh, it's at this moment that Mongoose. Mongoose just looks at you guys and goes, "Ah, fuck! This is not going well." And we jump suddenly back to you are all the Spike is back, flying the ship. You guys are coming back, dropping out of hyperspace. The other three of you guys are back at the smoking lounge, just right next to the bridge, chilling. Like, blunts are back in your hands. Just snap.
Is anyone else tripping right now?
Yeah.
Stay tripping.
Oh, fuck.
So we just went back to our
And-
last checkpoint.
This Mongoose is like, fuck. We gotta, shit's about to go down. And he jumps up and runs towards the bridge. And, like, just opens the door and is like, right there at like, oh, Spike, we're about to face a bunch of ships.
Is it like right before we came back when we jumped back in from light speed, or like?
Yes.
Okay.
You guys are literally, and now you're literally dropping out into normal space, and you see the 12 capital ships. None of the fighters have been deployed yet. But as you look, you see activity on the ships, and suddenly hangar bays are opening, and ships are starting to come out now.
All right. I go like, Spike, are you still awake?
Yeah, am I awake at this point?
You actually fall back, like, literally this is happening, and then you are suddenly back in that memory.
Okay, so I'm in the memory again.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Who else knows how to fly the ship?
Do I remember the last time I remembered the memory?
Yes.
Okay.
I think I piloted it before.
Any
You
of
guys-
you guys actually do know how to fly the ship.
Okay.
They're just not aces.
Correct.
And if this is happening, I'm like, fuck this. And then we got to get the fuck away from like.
I'll drive.
Well, just shut up, BB. Like, BB, please, scan and don't accept any of the like incoming radio transmissions.
Okay. Could I recommend raising shields?
Definitely.
All right. Somebody roll raise shields, which is where you will roll plus integrity of the ship, which is currently at +4.
Ooh. I can roll.
You want to roll, Ram?
I should have let you roll. Oh, it's not a bad. Okay, so I got a 1 versus a 3 and a 4. I saw that 1 and my heart dropped.
Oh, that's a strong hit, so that puts you at +4 shields. That's at max. Let me wait. Where's
His health is doubled right now.
exactly? Bring that up.
Do these shields have to be like dropped when attacking?
No.
Nice.
And you guys actually had it set up to where it is set up to where when you launch from your vehicles, you don't have to drop the shields either.
Good shit.
Yep. So yeah, shields are up. The fighters are just starting to deploy. Last time you went through this, it was about a minute total until the blast hit. And we'll jump back to Spike. So Spike, you're right back at the beginning of that memory again, where you're looking down at your body. You can focus on whatever you want, but what do you focus on next?
I want to see these other presences in the room with me. Who are they?
All right. You basically look up, and there are. Well, the weird part is that one of them you recognize, and it's Nos.
Okay.
And you know Nos as this human who has learned to be kind of like you. And the other two things you see there are Caspar and Melchior, your two brothers. And all of you at this moment are much like Nos, in that you're like a kind of a semi-spectral being that most people wouldn't be able to see, you know. It's only a few people, few humans anyway, that are able to like perceive your kind of presence. And Nos is one of the few that has learned how to transcend his body and be able to like broadcast his soul, basically. Like basically he could astral project a bit. But when you look at Nos, you realize this is not the astral projection like it used to be. He seems severed from his body now, which you also are. It's now that you're focusing on, because you can't help it, because you're Spike living this memory. You immediately start realizing that the difference in like what you are at this moment, this observer that you're living through, is they are not tied to like substantive matter. They're not like they're not made of stuff. They come. You are like a from the presence itself has been pushed away from it as a whole, which is actually kind of a painful process. It hurts to be pulled away. And as you start thinking about that, you are back in the now. And you are seeing, like you did before, that there are ships starting to be deployed. Your friends are back out of the smoke room. They're around you again, and the shields have been raised.
Okay.
We're gonna jump to what? What are you doing, Jimmy Rings?
He washing his clothes.
Yo, sorry, no, I had to pull my phone out of my pocket and open the app and immediately shit. Man, can I shoot through the shields?
Yes, absolutely.
All right, I'm fucking. Dude, what am I in? It's like a machine gun, like a rail gun.
You
rockets?
could wait. I mean, that's the question. So you guys have missiles. You have you've got your own snub fighter.
Hold on, I'm
ship you
manning
could jump
the
into.
whole Nimbus's weapon system right now, not just one.
Yeah.
Oh hell yeah!
You got access to them all, man.
At the weapon center, or you can go to each individual gun.
All right, just for now, rockets to the first group of enemies.
All right.
That way I don't miss, because the rocket always knows where it is.
Yo.
Yeah. Well, it's on. You get to mark extra progress, but right now, I'm going to say it is nothing for you. They are, once these ships come out, they are staying in formation. You fire some missiles, and so who are you shooting at? The fighters that are being deployed, or the capital ship itself?
I was just shooting at the fighters.
Okay. You take out the first, like, 15, 20 with the missile
Let's
because they
go.
were kind of like packing themselves up. You
Multi-kill.
how many? I'm gonna say you do. Yeah, 15 fighters with just 2 missiles because you group them close and you
Oh,
wait till they're
word.
moving close enough and you blow up a bunch of them. Yeah, and
Hello.
whoa, excuse me, Gesundheit.
Bless you.
They say thank you in German. Danke.
Yeah.
You're quoting Shrek.
Danke shit.
Yeah, so you take out most of the first big group of fighters that come out. We're jumping to Merrick. What are you up to?
What's it called? Luke isn't, or Spike isn't piloting right now, is he?
He was still in the pilot seat unless you guys moved him, because you could just reach over him and like activate the shields.
No, but if he's there, there's no point in me removing him from there just to do something.
Yeah. But he's back awake, so.
And Jimmy Rings is currently attacking, so I can't stealth us at the moment.
You could also join and help him. I mean, there's more than one weapon station.
Yeah, might as well just assist in helping him. But I want to hit a critical shot on the mothership, on the flagship.
Oh, cool. So by critical shot,
that's why
I think you know where the basically the communications array is. You could actually take out the weapon, the transmission that's coming out of that main ship in front of you.
All right, that's what I want to aim for.
Cool. You take that out. You don't even have to roll for that. It's again they do not seem to be moving. And you. So yeah, you knock that out, and as soon as you do that, the fighters start moving.
Yay.
Let's jump to Soul Rock. What are you up to?
You doing drugs?
Yeah, pretty much. Sorry, situation was we're just going into battle. Jose attacking ships.
Not attacking.
Jump onto the guns with them, I guess.
Sure. Oh yeah.
All 3 of us.
And then we do that quick.
So
What?
So a couple missiles get fired.
Spike is Spike all right? Like you're kidding me? Like a little weird about it.
Exhibit. Sorry, y'all.
Mute your mic, was it? Yeah.
So yeah, you have basically actually maybe you guys are still in control. I'm gonna say you guys they just kind of lined up for this attack, so you're able to realize what happened is they didn't put their fighters in a position where they would be hit by the wave of that transmission. So now that you have taken out that transmission from this lead ship, that's not going to hit. So now they don't have to worry about staying out of the way, and they're now striking. So now ships are coming at you guys, but they're still only now launching. So you've got the ability to strike if you'd like on the fighters that are coming or the main ship.
Could we just flee?
Absolutely.
I mean, with that whole wave disabling our whole ship, I don't even want to fuck with it. I say we just jump out of the system.
Cool.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll face danger. Plus wit.
All right. A 6 versus a 10 and a 6.
I luck.
Weak hit. So I'm gonna say, shit. You guys have the shields though. So you flip the ship around. You get it moving. You're not, because you guys kind of waited a little bit. It's as you are slipping into hyperspace that the weapon goes off, and it takes out your shields. But who cares? You're in hyperspace now. Like it's fine. Like it would have damaged the ship, but yeah, they're overloaded, so they won't be usable for the next like hour or so. But you're in hyperspace. You still got 20% of that giant battery life. You could run for the next like 12 hours before that runs totally dry. You're going to need to stop flying before that.
Okay.
So.
All right, so like while this is happening, I'm like, y'all feel that like weird time loop thing? We're on Groundhog Day.
Wait, you guys experience that with me? And that's Mongoose.
Like just the once. I'm not saying experience
Yeah.
Mongoose, but like.
No, I mean I made like a little. It's like I don't know how to say it other than like a save point. Like I just kind of set a bit down once I heard about the capital ships. I made like a safe spot, and then when things all went to shit, I just reloaded us, so to speak. But usually it's just me. I'm usually the only one that remembers what happened.
You mean this?
You guys all remember that too?
Yep.
I mean, I do.
I'm remembering my own memories twice.
Deja vu.
Yeah, deja vu. Like,
Nasty.
Adam, can you explain like that safe thing?
He can try. Basically, you guys all get baked. Because he's like, how do I explain it? Basically, a while back, I got. This is a while back. This has been like 10 years or so. Kind of when I started getting into the fight. This 3-way war we've been having. With one time I got killed, and then I woke up. I'm sure I got killed. I watched a missile coming right at my little snub fighter. And then I woke up still in flight back at the beginning of the fight. And I just kept waking back up. And beyond, it was like, I barely come out of boot camp. And so I was, I'd been on the simulator a little bit, but I wasn't that good. But they just threw us right on the front lines, and I died like 5 minutes into the battle. But then, after doing it, I don't know how many times. Let's just say I got a lot of practice. And eventually, I survived the battle. It just took a lot of loops. And then, I don't know, after a while, I figured out kind of a little bit of how to control it, how to like make the marker so it would happen. It just took a lot of practice. It's something to do with I think it has something to do with the presence. But it's I don't know. I haven't found anybody else who's able to do it like me. I don't know.
Got it. The presence. Okay.
Yeah, and it's always
some Edge of Tomorrow shit,
That's exactly what I was thinking.
right?
Yeah, basically.
Or Groundhog
exactly.
Day.
Yeah, or Groundhog Day, but Edge of Tomorrow is more in line.
Yeah, well, grab
And he
Bill
had,
Murray.
Yeah.
Well,
true.
the other one had Tom Cruise, so or not? Who was it?
Tom Cruise.
Matt Damon.
Yeah, it was Tom Cruise.
It was Tom Cruise.
Yes.
Yeah.
Still a Tom Cruise.
Doesn't have to argue.
No, it doesn't at all. That's like the reason I didn't see that movie.
Really?
Fuck Tom Cruise.
We don't
Look,
talk
he's
about
crazy,
something
man.
in this house, bro.
We
Yeah.
don't.
But so is Kanye.
You just hated on short people, bro. Get that hype privilege.
Alright, we're getting sidetracked.
It's all good.
The fuck about Kanye?
But what he's describing to you is available as the Path Looper, by the way. It's the second
Whoa.
ability on it.
Sorry.
Yeah. There's a thing you can do. So yeah, it's...
Once he was talking to presents, I'm like, alright, for sure.
Yep. You and the fact that you've talked about the presence, you guys felt it. You already think, like especially you, Solrock, you have such a connection with the presence. You're like, oh, I think I could do that. Like it would be tough. You'd have to practice a bit, but you could maybe make that happen if you experience it more, like in the future. But you're like, okay, I get that. So
Yeah.
totally an option for you in the future. But so Spike, where are you flying these guys to? You're the Boundless Shoal is only a jump away from Morphus, or you could be heading somewhere else. I'm just curious where you jumped into hyperspace towards.
And the Boundless Shoal, was that region that like shipments had stopped from?
Yes.
So that's kind of the next step in this little mystery we're following.
So I'll be honest. The thing I thought would actually. So the Legion using that transmission weapon and having all those fighters there, they've probably stopped Spaceweed from leaving that sector.
Okay, so we solved the mystery. It was the Legion.
Yes, it's Legion.
Damn,
yeah.
Legion.
Yeah, if you guys talk this out, you guys can. I mean, you could put together that the. So currently, it's really hard to get through hyperspace. You're a badass, and you have that symbiote, so it's been allowing you to do shit that only adepts can do at this point. And the AI Legion, they're in AI, so they can pilot hyperspace. So they've been trying to... they want to stop the flow of the soy sauce that allows the adepts to fly through hyperspace, because then literally nobody else could fly through hyperspace except for the AIs. So you might as well become Legion. Like, if you can't... We can just destroy all travel other than through us, and you might as well become us. So, yeah, this is an attack on basically everybody who doesn't want to be an AI.
Can't beat them, join them.
Okay. Do we have any other like active quest lines going, or is it just kind of this one?
Luke's trying to avoid this shit.
No, I'm trying to gauge our options. I'm not trying to avoid shit.
Luke's doing
Well,
that thing in video games where you just like start doing side quests because Arthur's gonna die.
Well, you also know that just stuff you guys know. You know that Legion is transmitted. Basically, it uses it was using 10 Ascendancy Vaults, except you blew one of them up.
Nice.
So now they only have 9. You know, if you took out all of those,
yeah.
Legion
Good.
literally wouldn't work anymore.
Let's do it.
You know that there was a ship full of people going towards the center of the forge to check out a signal. And that was going to take a while, and no one's heard from them in a while now. But again, they were heading towards the center of the forge, which is like way out of known space at this point. There's lots of stuff out there, but no one's been that far. Let's see. I think that's the main things that have been going on. Yeah.
So I think let's like transmit our findings to, let's say, the Mormons, and see if they'll
Okay.
clear out the shoal for us, and then go to the center of the universe to find that weird signal distress call, missing people. Thoughts, everyone?
Is that what you? Oh, yeah.
What it? I kind of want to destroy all those forges, but we can do that at any time.
And there may be one there.
There may be one nearby.
Who knows?
We need to gather information on that, though.
You guys actually know where those vaults are. They are all inside of. Basically, they are equally distributed around the space you guys know about, because that's the 10 they're using. One of the ones you took out was in Promethean space, and there's 3 more there. There's 2 in Covenant space, and then there's 1 inside Mormon space, and 1 that's supposed to be near in the Enlightened World space. And you have all of their you have their locations, or at least you have their locations as of at some point BB was able to access the system. That was how you knew to take out the one that you did do. But actually, when you're looking at that, the one that's on the very outer edge of the forge, that was you recognize was the Promethean kind of home world, their core, their main administrative one. That hub is also taken down, so you only have 8 of them left. There's only 2 more in Covenant space, 2 in Mormon. 3 in more. 3 in Covenant, 2 more in Promethean. Whatever. Sorry, I am a little high.
No worries.
That means you just got to get higher.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I have them on a list somewhere and can't find it, and I'm having trouble counting.
Ain't we all, Adam? Ain't we all?
Alright, so, but yeah, so those are the main things. So Spike's idea was ask the Mormons to help clear out the Boundless Shoal for you guys, and then head towards, like, we're talking like a month or more travel to the center of the forge.
And this is, remind me, the center of the forge, it's like some explorers that went missing? Is that what happened?
Yeah, there was some weird signal that everyone was getting, and it kind of sped up, and then it actually ended. It like kind of sped up, and then it ended, and that was the same time that all the black iron gates opened up. But yeah, a ship went out there looking at the center for that signal at the center of the forge, and they never got heard from.
Interesting.
I mean, to be honest, it's only been like a month and a half since they left. And signals would be hard to, like, they'd have to send something back traveling, so it would be tough. Basically, if they made it to the center of the forge and had immediately turned around and come back, they still wouldn't be back.
We should give it some more time.
That's the thing. I mean, but if anything does happen to them, like, you just won't hear back. So.
Okay, and it would take us a month to get out there, so by the time we get out there, they would have been there for a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lost cause.
I'm very curious what's there, though.
I mean, we can go out there, but just understand we're not going out there on a rescue mission. We're basically taking up the mission that they
We're
either
being
Fucking pessimist. What if there's times
either
that
they're alive
they've
or
been
they're
out there
dead.
for thousands of years, little civilization just sitting there.
Yeah, right. We find That's true. Or they find like some dice sphere. Oh! Alright, come on.
Here, do you mind if we do a quick bathroom break and then we're gonna feed our pets?
Oh,
Poo time. Let's go.
yeah, let's do it.
Yes!
To learn what happens, keep listening. This show is brought to you ad-free by privilege. No ads, no Patreon, just a cishet white man with disposable income and time. It is performed, edited, and all that good stuff by Redstone Archender. The story is powered by the game Ironsworn, Starforged by Shawn Tomkin. Outro by Glitter Snitchel, channeling the spirits. This has been a Sofa King Cool production.